June 1st through June 7th. So again, we're still coming down off the loudness of the Sagittarius full moon. And we start off with some planetary changes. We have Mercury, the planet of communication, entering the water sign of Cancer. So this is a psychic placement. This is whenever somebody has Mercury, the planet of communication, in a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or in a water house, 4th, 8th, 12th. Psychic placement. So they need to pay attention to their fluid body and to what they're feeling and not just to logic, because this is the sixth sense at work here. Okay. So when Mercury goes into this slow moving water sign, emotional, nurturing water sign of Cancer, this is a great time for cat naps and slow mornings and unplugging. And you may feel a little drowsy and you may need more rest than usual. But bright ideas can arrive out of the rest. You know, it's really important to daydream, to let your conscious mind get some rest, and you may wake up with some really fresh ideas. So the planet of communication entering nurturing Cancer, shifting the collective towards family and home and personal finances. Conversations become softer, kinder, and more emotionally intuitive. So show up for the people that you love, and some great conversations that can happen, and some great dreams that can come up and out, and just kindness and gentleness to yourself. Now, on the 2nd, the sun is going to be sextile Saturn, and sextile is a really positive aspect. So you've got the sun, your ego in the world, your heart of who you are, making this positive aspect to the planet of stability, the planet of long-term plans. And so when the sun is sextile Saturn, don't be shy about sharing with others. Share your aspirations. You may find the right support with other people. You might find the right person who can help you. Okay. Also, the moon's going to be in Capricorn from Monday through Thursday. So Capricorn is very grounded and really likes long-term plans. So take advantage of the energy in the air this week. Now, when we get to the 3rd, we have Mercury square Neptune. So we have a lot happening right off the bat, first of the month, coming down off the full moon, and then all these planetary aspects that are happening. So Mercury, the planet of communication, making a square, a 90-degree angle, an abrasive aspect to Neptune, the great healer, the planet of creativity, the planet of illusion and delusion. So whenever Neptune's involved, we have to make sure that we kind of wait until we're making major decisions, okay? Because Neptune's going to fog everything, and we might feel tempted to make enormous self-sacrifice, but don't. It's too easy to be misled, or the people that you're dealing with, maybe they're being misled. Remember, Mercury's shadow side is the trickster, and when it's square Neptune, it's just too easy to get conned. It's too easy to misinterpret. There's foggy thinking, there's mixed messages, there's wishful thinking. So just pause, reflect, let clarity come. Remember, one of Sagittarius's negative attributes is over optimism, or just making things too big. They're associated with gambling or taking a risk. So on the 3rd, and especially, you know, these aspects don't affect us just on that day. They affect us a few days before and a few days after. Be careful. This includes major purchases. And remember, we're heading to a Mercury retrograde anyways this month. But be careful this first week about big decisions or big ticket items. On 6/4, the moon moves into Aquarius on mid-morning on Thursday, 6/4. So expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to go on with Aquarius. And we know its ruling planet, Uranus, just changed signs into Gemini. So we already have a lot of Uranus energy, often seen as a lightning bolt. So Now we have the moon in this sign. So there's a lot of unexpected. It's going to stay there until Saturday in the evening. And then the moon will move into Pisces. So try to have a mellow Sunday if you can. Sunday is a great day for you to sleep in, to get a little bit extra rest because of the water energy that will be in the air with Pisces. And Pisces loves to linger, and Pisces loves, maybe a good movie or something. So just kind of get some rest and take advantage of that slow down energy Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, I'm going to pick a couple cards for you for the week ahead, and I haven't looked at any of these yet. The first deck that I have here, I don't have the box for this one. This is the Medicine Woman Tarot. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. It's a real favorite of mine. It's very Hawaiian, and I love it. And I hope it speaks to you. Also, there's a link that I'm going to put in the notes if you want to purchase the deck. Our online store is up and running, or we have a beautiful store in Kent, Connecticut if you haven't visited it yet. We have a lot of tarot decks and a lot of oracles. So let's see what we've got. So I've got the Wise Dog Tarot. I just opened up this box. I've never used this deck before. I saw somebody using it recently in a tarot group that I'm in, and it caught my eye, so I thought I would grab it for us today. Also, my little Lucy passed away a few months ago, and everybody wants to get another dog in my house, and I'm like, no. This is time for freedom. So I'm compromising and bringing the Wise Dog Tarot to the kitchen table later, and I'll share it with my family. That's the only dog they're getting. Okay, now I also am using the Wildwood Tarot, which is very cool. I really like this deck. It feels like very Norse, and I guess in my limited understanding of Norse, my father was Swedish, so I think that's Norse. It has kind of like, I don't know, kind of has a Swedish vibe to it, Norwegian, Swedish kind of vibe to it. So really cool deck. I also brought out the Solitary Witch. Now, remember, I use my pendulum to pick all of these. This came up really strong. So the Solitary Witch is a great oracle deck. I'm really taken with it. All right, so let's pick some cards here and see what you need to know this first week of June. And again, remembering that it has the come down from the full moon, and then all of this, all these like aspects going on this week. All right, your first card is the Magician, and what a great card to get. This is, sometimes some people teach this card as Scorpio related, and because to me, Scorpio is the most powerful sign of the zodiac, and there's an intense feeling, an intense psychic energy, an intense knowing. And the Magician here with resources, right? Scorpio rules resources. It rules other people's money. It rules anything in the ground. So all like the metals and the crystals and all of that oil, that's all Scorpio energy. Now, the Magician is also related to the sign Mercury. And so Mercury, as we said earlier, can be the trickster. So we've got the Magician here, resources. So be careful this week. Don't take any crazy risks. But it's great to see the Magician show up. Your second card is the Death card. So this is a Scorpio card also. This is transformation and change. This is power. This is other people's money. So a lot of intensity here. And remember, Pluto is retrograde right now. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio. So we may be seeing things, retrograde, we kind of get to see things from a different perspective. So maybe we're starting to look more at our money. Maybe we're looking more in detail on where it's going. And I like the little butterfly on the dog's nose there. That's really cool. There's a change happening. Now, the third card is the Queen of Arrows, the Swan card. I love this card. She's just kind of floating around, and that it brings me such peace to look at this card. And so swans are very aggressive, right? Here she is by herself, even though I do know they mate for life. She's down by the water. There's a lot of intuitive, watery energy this week with 3 planets in the sign of Cancer. So the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Big Business, a Gemini queen. We're in Gemini season. She's just taking some alone time and really just doing what satisfies her. Now, your oracle card is the Gathering. And so there you are. They're holding hands, gathering with like-minded people. So even though all this energy was like Scorpio energy, and Scorpio often needs a lot of time alone, there is also a gathering with the right people, with the supportive people. So I think it's both extremes this week, making sure that you nurture yourself enough to take alone time, but also there's social energy, right? We're going to have the moon in Aquarius for 3 days. Aquarius rules friends and large groups of people. But then by the weekend, we have Pisces energy that wants to rest and relax. I love how the signs, to me, the order of the signs almost show like busy and then slow down and then social again and then slow down. So that's the vibe that I get from both of from all of these cards. So enjoy the week ahead.